practice some examination questions. So it's saying the diagram below shows the graph of, so this is the graph of what? X cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 3. That's the graph which is what? Which is given. That's the graph. So now we are given, this is the graph. As you can see, the questions are down here. These are the questions that we are going to solve. These are the questions that we want to solve. The first question, use the graph. So you use the graph to estimate, to calculate an estimate of the gradient of the curve at the point, what point? Negative what? At the point 2,5. Have you seen? This is the point what? 2,5. So now we want to estimate the gradient of the curve. So how can you answer that question? So you go on the graph, you find where 2,5 is. So where is 2,5? You look for 2,5. So as you can see, we've got from here to there, there is 10 there. Have you seen? So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, it is just where? It is just there. That's where 5 is. So I told you that whenever you want to find the estimate of the gradient of the curve, so we've been given one coordinate, which is what? 2,5. So I remember there was a question under this in the exercise that I gave yesterday. So for those of you that were asking how to find the gradient, this is what you need to do. So you go where you are given a coordinate. Have you seen 2,5? So 2,5, where is 2,5? 2,5 is there. So when 2,5 is there now, what is the next thing that you are supposed to do? You get your graph, you draw a what? A tangent. I told you that what is a tangent? A tangent is any line touching a circle at one point. So it is just going to touch here. You do this. Have you seen? This is what you are going to do. You do that. So that is a what? That is a tangent. So you get any point that is along this what? This tangent. So you can get a point that is there. If you want, you can get a point that is there. If you want, you can get a point that is there. If you want, you can get a point that is there. You can get any point that you want to get. And you find the what? The gradient. This is what you are supposed to do and get. Have you seen? So I want you to get this so that when I give you a question, I just want you to practice through. So we did all these things. It's just a revision that we are doing. This is just a revision. So this is just revision. I taught you on how to find the gradient. So after you do this, so me, I'm going to get a point that is there. You can get any point. There's no problem. So this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Have you seen? So this is 0, 16. So that's a point now. 0, what? Negative 16. So these are two coordinates now. So I say x1, y1, x2, y2. So what's the formula for the gradient? Formula for gradient is equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is the gradient. Have you seen? Then you just say this is equal to now what? What is y2? Negative what? 16. Minus. What is y1? 5. Put a 5 there. This is what you are supposed to do. Over. Have you seen? You say over. Over what? What is your x2? Your x2 is what? Your x2 is 0. 0 minus. What is your x1? Your x1 is 2. Have you seen? So just conclude and say this is now equal to. So the gradient will now be equal to. Don't know if you are able to see if I write it from here. So the gradient, you type on your calculator, negative 16 minus 5. That is negative what? 21. Negative 21 over what? Negative 2. Like this. So finally the answer is negative cancelled. It's 21 over what? Over 2. So that's the what? The gradient. So we have estimated the what? The gradient. This is what you are supposed to do and understand. Have you seen the way I'm doing this? This is how you need to answer this question. The first thing you were told to find the gradient at the curve 2, 5. 2, 5, you go on the graph. Where is 2, 5? 2, 5 is here. You put a tangent like that. Have you seen? You put a what? A tangent. Then you get any point, any coordinate. So me, I had to get this one. If you want, you can get this one. You can get this. You can get any coordinate that you want to get. Have you seen? You discover that we are all going to be in the same what? Same range. So the answer here, this is 21 over 2. Have you seen? From where? From here. These are the calculations which I've done. I believe me solving this have also helped you. For you guys that for some people that didn't understand yesterday's work. So now we proceed to the other part. So I believe, Angel, you are able to get now. We are able to move together. So let us now move to the other part. So we go to the other part. This is the part. Have you seen? This is the part. So we are given this to solve this. What is the first thing I told you? Is this equation from here, when you cut it this way, exactly to what is given in the question? Which equation is in the question? This is the equation in the question. Are these two the same? Yes. So if you try to check x cubed plus x squared minus 5x plus 3, it is the same one which is here. So then I told you this is if this is the same, so this is y is equal to what? Equal to 0. This is what you need to do. So these are procedures that you need to do. Then I told you that y is equal to 0 is the what? X-axis. So y is equal to 0. We need to understand that it is the what? The x-axis. So which one is the x-axis? This is the x. It is cutting the curve at what point? It is cutting the curve at this point. This is where negative 3 is. So I've got one coordinate. Therefore, x is equal to what? Negative 3. X is equal to what? So x is equal to what? You move. It is also cutting the curve at here when starting. This is what? Here there is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1.7. So, or 0.7. Since there is a 1 is here. So this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. This is what we are supposed to do. You say, oh, x is equal to. So x is equal to what? X is equal to what? It is here when leaving, it is leaving from here. This is 1.2. Just count 1, 2. This is 1.2. Have you seen? It is here and there. 1.2. So you get the answers. 1.2. This is what you are supposed to do. This is how you needed to answer this question. Have you seen? This is what we are supposed to do. So this is the graph that I'm answering. So I move to the other question. So these are the answers. So numbering, very important. You're supposed to put them on a paper, then you indicate properly. From here, I move to this one. So this is, you check, is this the same as what is given in the question? The answer is yes. So this is the same as y is equal to what? Is equal to 5x, like that. Then you put the what? The table of values, just two coordinates. You are going to do this, you do this. This is x, this is y. So I told you that whenever you've got y and x in the same equation, you need to put a table of what? A table of values. So if x is 0, have you seen? If x is what? 0. So this is the equation which we are given. The equation is y is equal to what? 5x. We are told that x is what? 0. So y is equal to 5 times 0. So y is what? Also 0. Y is also 0. Let's say x is 1. Have you seen? Let's say x is 1. So there, this is x-axis. I say x is what? 1. So if x is equal to 1, I'm going to say y is equal to, it is 5x. So I say y is equal to 5 times what? 1. The answer will be what? The answer will be 5. So it means here there is what? There is 5. I need to put a 5 there. Have you seen the way I'm answering this? So there is a what? A 5 there. So these are the coordinates 0, 0 and 1, what? 5. I plot them now. So when I plot these, they are going to give me 2 points. When I join them, this is the line now. Have you seen? So this is what I'm going to do. Where is 0, 0? 0, 0, it is here. Have you seen 0, 0, it's there. Then 1, 5, 1 is here. This is where 1 is. This is where 1 is. I don't know if you're able to see clear. This is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is there. Have you seen? So these are the 2 points. Then I just do what? Join them. I join. This is 0, 0. This is 1, 5. Then I just join them like that. This is what I'm going to do. Just join them. Have you seen the way I've done? This is what you are supposed to do. Have you seen? It is cutting the curve at how many points? 3 points. It is cutting the curve at this point. You come to the x-axis. It is also cutting the curve at that point. Have you seen? Then you come straight here. You get the reading from there. It is also cutting the curve at this point. You go. You move there. Have you seen? So it is cutting the curve at these 3 points. So what are the answers now? So I'm going to write them here so that we are able to see. So from there you just say therefore, but you are supposed to indicate x is equal to what? Here. This is negative 3.9. So negative 3.9. Or x is equal to, so it is cutting here. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. 0.3. Or x is equal to, have you seen? X is equal to what? Here it was cutting there, here, there, and also there. So here it's what? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2.4. So I say 2.4. So these are the answers for that question. So these are the things that we needed to do. These are the things that we needed to practice. Have you seen? So hope we practiced these things in the previous questions that we've solved. Hope we don't have any question from there. So now I move to this, the last one now. Calculate an estimate of the area bounded by the curve. X is equal to 0. X is equal to 0. So the area bounded by the what? By the curve. X is equal to what? 0. So x is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 is the y-axis. Have you seen? X is equal to 0. It is the y-axis. I told you this. So the y-axis. Then this is the question. X is equal to 0. Y is equal to 0. Then x is equal to what? Negative 2. X is equal to negative 2. So we put these lines now on the what? On the graph. So what are we going to do? So x is equal to 0 is this one. Have you seen? Y is equal to 0. It is the x-axis like this. Then negative 2 here. That's where I'm going to put this line like this. This is passing there. Negative 2 is there. Have you seen? So the area bounded by these lines, it is this one here. Have you seen? It is this part that is here. This part here. This is the part. This part that I've shaded. Have you seen? This part here. Area bounded by the curve here. This is the part here. Have you seen the way it is? So that is the what? The part that I need to consider. So these are things that we need to do. X is equal to 0. It is the y-axis. We know the y-axis. This axis, the y-axis. Then y is equal to 0 is the x-axis. This is the axis. We are remaining with this part here. Have you seen this part? This is the part that I'm remaining with. So here, as you can see, when we cut this like this, I cut it here like this. When I cut it here, this part here that has remained, though it is not, but it is looking like a rectangle. Have you seen? This is a what? A rectangle. So we use a formula for the rectangle. Formula for the rectangle is equal to what? A times what? B, which is equal to like this. Have you seen? Which is equal to? So there is a 1, there is a 2. So 1 there. What's the difference if you move from 1 to 2? These are negatives, but when it comes to distance, there is no negative. So don't be surprised. Why am I writing 1? What is there is a negative? No. From 1 to 2, it's 1 times the breadth now. This one. So from here, this is 0 up to somewhere there. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So 1 times 9, the answer is what? 9. You keep this one. You consider this one. Have you seen? This is a what? This is a what? This is a trapezium. This is a trapezium. This is a what? A trapezium. So these two sides, this side and this side are what? Are parallel to each other. So that is a what? A trapezium. So the formula for the trapezium, this is the formula for the trapezium. Hope we are going to see. Area is equal to half, like this, then A plus B cross, then H here. Have you seen? This is the formula for the what? Trapezium. So you've got half A plus B, then H here there. Have you seen? This is the formula. We are going to say that this is equal to what? Half. What is your A? These sides that are parallel, this side and this side. From here to there, 1, 2, 3. So there is a 3 plus B. From here to there, we counted. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is ending at 8. So 8. Then height, it is this one, 0 to 1. It is just 1, like this. So when you say this is equal to half of what? This is what? 11. 3 plus 8, it is 11. So half of 11, what is 11? So just say 11 divided by 2. What is the answer? 5.5. 5 point what? 5.5. So an estimate of the area here bounded by the curve. We've got a 9 there. We just say area is equal to what? Area is equal to 5.5 plus the 9 there. This is the area there. So we add now. What is the answer now? The answer is what? 14.5. Then you just say units squared. Have you seen? This is what we need to do. 14.5 units squared. So these are the things that I want us to practice. These are the questions that we need to know. So a question can come. They have already plotted a graph for you like this one, or you need to plot your own graph. So this is what